a miserable day here in England.
Seems to be getting more and more behind schedule. I've now collected everything that I needed to give you a sneak peek at some of the bling. All right, Sam, welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. How you doing, you all right?
I'm fine, dude.
Yeah, good. I'm loving the look of these wheels. A pretty groovy looking bike frame.
We do quite a lot of the stainless and that gets all big glasses.
Yeah, so it's not only car bits that these guys do.
Bench ends, garden furniture, metal bird tables. But yeah, we do all sorts.
But yeah, really looking forward to seeing how these are going to look once you've worked your magic on them. I'm about to tackle a really cool homework project. On my coffee table here,
Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Marcus Hayes and today you join me on a miserable day here in England, and I'm out and about in my beautiful girlfriend Kat's brand new Ford Focus that she likes to call Lenny. Now today I've got a load of running around to do. The platers have finally been in touch, so I'm going to be going there to pick up all the bits that I recently dropped off to them for Heidi, my hearing aid beige Mk2 Escort. I'm also going to be going to see the guys at Microblast Services with some parts off of Heidi to get them blasted and powder coated, and I need to stop off at Inky's Autos to drop off some merchandise that Dean very kindly purchased from my website. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day. I'm actually filming more than one video at once at the moment, so it's a bit manic, but I'm absolutely loving staying busy on the cars. But for now, my first stop is my other garage to pick up the bits that are going to powder coating.
all right, made it to the garage. I seem to be getting more and more behind schedule as the day goes on, but I have now collected everything that I needed to from here. So we've got Heidi's cross member here, an anti-roll bar. I'm not sure if this is the one that came off of Heidi or whether it's just one of the ones that I've had in my garage. This is actually 22mm diameter, which I think might be RS2000 spec. I'm not sure. Do let me know if you know in the comments. But, you know, although I want Heidi to be relatively stock, I think having a little bit less body roll than a standard 1300 GL would have isn't a bad thing, and she will be getting polybushed and stuff, although I'll be specifically choosing the polybushes that are not as harsh as the sort of full race ones. Over here I've got the anti-roll bar brackets, and in this bag I've got one of my spare ST170 rocker covers, and that's for Esther, my Mk2 Escort, because the one that she's got fitted at the moment, the powder coating is cracking on that one, and I messed up the threads for the plastic spark plug cover. So yeah, all those bits are going to be done in gloss black. I was going to do Heidi's bits in satin black, just like I've been doing, you know, some of the interior bits satin black, but I think for things that are in the engine bay, it's probably better to have them gloss. They'll be easier to clean and stuff. And yeah, will look nice and shiny. Now in these bags, I've got a load of fixings and stuff off of Heidi. These are just sort of random ones that I've been keeping in a bucket. And then these ones over here are for the anti-roll bar. So we've got the anti-roll bar clamps and the bolts. And yeah, I'm going to take them to the zinc platers. They'll be getting zinc plated silver. I've actually got a load of other sort of bolts and screws and stuff that, you know, were in that bucket of Heidi's stuff, and I just decided not to bother getting it done. Yeah, anything that's sort of just a generic screw, you know, I can buy screws for peanuts, so there's no point paying to have those zinc plated. And some of the nuts and bolts on Heidi may be just bought new anyway. But yeah, I thought I may as well get, you know, some of these bits that might not end up getting replaced. And, you know, genuine Ford stuff is better than the new stuff anyway. And the zinc plating doesn't actually cost that much when you get loads done at once. I have checked the threads on this anti-roll bar, by the way. In there is a couple of the castle nuts that go on the end of here. So, yeah, made sure that those threads were clean. There was also the sleeve and the washer sort of rusted to this anti-roll bar. And, yeah, it was a bit of a mission whacking those rusty bits off. And, yeah, that's another thing that's just put me back in my schedule today. So I need to hit the road, and the next stop is going to be the zinc platers. To give you a sneak peek at some of the bling. I love zinc plating. Look at all those clips and stuff. All these are pedal box parts. Got the throttle pedal there, and then the bracket for the servo tower. Yeah, looking absolutely mint. Now, I'm always getting people messaging me asking me where I get my plating done, but unfortunately the company is just so busy they don't want me to promote or mention them at all. In fact, I'm scared that one day I'm going to come here and they're going to tell me that they're too busy to do my bits. But thankfully, they did just take that massive bag of bolts and stuff, but they have said that, yeah, it's going to be a while till I get it all back. But yeah, hopefully I'll get it back within the next couple of weeks. But yeah, now that I've got all these bits, I can at least build up Heidi's pedal box, and I've got the bits for her fuel tank in the other bag as well. Anyway, next stop, Microblast Services. All right, Sam, welcome back to the channel. Long time no see.
Been a while.
Yeah, first of all, massive thanks for agreeing to help me out with some bits for Heidi and also Esther's rocker cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, just see you doing some powder coating over here. First time I've ever seen it happen. But do you want to explain like the process? Because it's not quite as simple as painting, is it? There's sort of negative static charge going on or something.
So yeah, it is static. So the booth is earthed and the gun is charged with the static. So as it comes out of the gun, that's what charges the powder basically. The bottom shakes, so it fluidizes the powder. So it comes through easier and just stuff like that. So quite a lot goes on that you don't really think about.
Yeah.
You know.
And in simplistic terms, because it's charged with static, that's what makes the powder stick to the parts, right?
The charge going through the gun is what puts the static in the powder, which then grabs to the part.
That's the boss man.
The boss man.
How you doing? You alright?
I'm fine, dude.
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, and essentially you end up with like a finish that's more hard wearing than paint, basically.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Powder is more an industrial coating.
Yeah.
But you know, these days it's sort of come along a lot. You know, different colours.
Yeah.
Get different pearls in the colours, translucents, candies. A couple of companies that do sell them, but with glitter flakes in them and chameleon colours. Where colour shifting.
It's getting to the point where you can have
anything,
just like what you can with paint, but a more hard
glow in the dark.
Yeah. Wow. I'm loving the look of these wheels. You say you're not sure what they're going on, but
no,
I'm guessing they're for a Volkswagen of some sort.
I'm sure they're like a Beetle or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've still got to be baked up a little bit.
All right.
Well, up to temperature.
Yeah. And then we've got some brake calipers over here. Look really cool in silver.
An old BMW.
And then a pretty groovy looking bike frame in like a sort of, well, that's signal yellow, is that? Or
it's RAL 1007.
All right.
But it's like a mustardy.
Yeah.
But the bike is, I think, like really old, like 80 years old or something.
All right. Wow.
And some guys were storing it slowly, so
yeah.
And that was the original colour, apparently. Right. So he gave us the code, we ordered the powder. And that's it.
All right, really cool. Looks mint. And I can see you've got quite a collection of colours up there. So whatever you need powder coating, whatever colour you want, these guys can sort it out for you. Now, obviously, before the bits get powder coated, you sandblast them.
Yeah.
Which my bits are definitely going to need. They're looking pretty rough down there. And obviously through there you've got your sandblasting
machines out there.
Yeah. And you do like bead blasting as well. I remember you were saying before.
We do quite a lot of the stainless, and that gets all bead blasted. That's what he's on at the moment.
Yeah.
If you have a look at them, it all gets finished in the same sort of satin look.
All right, they're done, yeah.
The ones over there are done. Yeah.
So they start off like this, and then they end up like this. Yeah, and these bits are done as well. Ah, really cool. Yeah, so it's not only car bits that these guys do. Every time I come down here, there's just like random stuff. I remember I came down here before and you had like bench ends,
garden furniture, metal bird tables, but yeah, we do all sorts.
Yeah. So. And to be fair, like a lot of these sort of benches and stuff that you buy nowadays, it's not as good quality as like the old, you know, iron stuff.
Like these days you get like cast aluminium sets that are like lift up with one finger.
Yeah.
Whereas all the old stuff is all like wrought iron, real heavy, well-made stuff.
Yeah.
Which you don't get.
Yeah.
Don't get a lot of these days. So
that's it.
But yeah, it's good to get them back instead of people just scrapping them.
Yeah, that's it. All right, I want to get out your way because I know you're busy. But yeah, really looking forward to seeing how these are going to look once you've worked your magic on them. They are definitely going to need a bit of blasting, and then yeah, all these bits are going to be powder coated gloss black, and yeah, they'll be looking absolutely mint, ready to fit to Heidi and Esther, of course, with the rocker cover.
Well, it was awesome catching up with Sam and Alan at Microblast Services for the first time in quite a while, and I am so looking forward to seeing how those parts come out. And it looks like the turnaround time is going to be quite quick, which is very much appreciated. I will leave links in the description to Microblast Services' social media, along with their contact details and stuff. They're based in Windsor, and yeah, if you do get in touch with them about anything that you need doing, definitely mention my name. Don't forget, it's not just sandblasting and powder coating that those guys take on. You know, they can do bead blasting, they can do Cerakoting as well, which is really cool for things that get really hot, like manifolds and stuff. So yeah, it's a wide range of restoring and refinishing processes and services that they offer. It's amazing actually, like the variety of stuff that they get involved with. You know, it's not just car parts and motorbike parts. As Sam was saying, they do a lot of work with garden furniture and industrial bits. So yeah, you know, they are really versatile, and yeah, it's always cool to see family run businesses thriving.
Hello into a new day, and you join me in my living room where I'm about to tackle a really cool homework project. On my coffee table here, I've got all the parts laid out from Heidi's pedal box. We've got the satin black parts that I painted myself. So you've got the main pedal box and the brake and clutch pedals. And then we've got all these zinc plated pieces, throttle pedal and all the clips and the shaft and the springs. And then over here, I've got the bits that weren't plated because they're either not metal or, you know, these shims, which I didn't think really needed replating. They were pretty clean. Now, all these bits I've given a clean with this Kent brake parts cleaner, and I've got this Kent white grease because it's probably going to be beneficial to put some grease on the shaft, yeah, where it sort of rotates. So yeah, today's project is to put this pedal box back together. I can't wait to get this done. It's going to look so cool with all the bling bits and the freshly painted bits. I think I'm going to start by putting these bits into the pedals and just fitting any little bits that I already know how to fit. And then I'll consult the pictures I took of this pedal box before I dismantled it, and I'll consult this video that I made when I dismantled it. And yeah, hopefully this shouldn't take long to get all back together. I started by reinstalling the bushes into the brake and clutch pedals, and then I installed this clip into the clutch pedal, which is where you attach the clutch cable. Next, I put the washers and nuts back onto the mounting studs, and then I decided to use the Kent white grease to lube up these black plastic spacers and the pedal bushes. It was time to slide the main shaft back into the pedal box. Then I slid on the larger of the two black plastic spacers, and then I slid on the brake pedal, followed by one of the shims and one of the washers. It was then time to push the shaft all the way through the other side of the pedal box, but there was a problem. The paint was preventing it from poking through. So I employed my trusty hammer, which pretty much fixes everything. Next, I slid on the smaller of the two plastic black spacers, and then I slid on the clutch pedal. The shaft is held in place with these R-clips. One goes here, sandwiching the washer and the shim against the brake pedal, and with the other shim and other washer slid onto this end of the shaft, I could then install the other R-clip to hold all that together. I lubed up the throttle pedal bushes next, and once that pedal was in place, I could install the throttle pedal bushes. To lock those bushes in place, I rotated them an 1/8 of a turn with my pliers, and then I installed the smaller R-clips to hold the throttle pedal in position. All that was left now on the pedal box was the 2 springs, so I installed the larger one onto the brake pedal, like so, and the other one onto the clutch pedal, like so. With the pedal box complete, I turned my attention to the servo rod. I lubed up the metal pin and slid that into its plastic sleeve, and then it was just a case of using that pin and sleeve to attach the bracket to the servo rod, and then the R-clip holds the pin and sleeve in place. And there it is, job done. How cool does this thing look? With all the bling, springs and clips and stuff. Yeah. Looks a million times better than it did. I'll put a picture up now of how it used to look. Now, I didn't bother fitting the pedal rubbers. They're looking a bit rough. This one, to be honest, has just got overspray on it. But yeah, this one is worn, but you can get them brand new. Also, this piece here is one of 2 that there should be. This is broken, which fit in to this brake pedal here, and through the middle of these goes a bolt which holds this rod to the brake pedal, so that this will be coming through your bulkhead, and yeah, it basically attaches to the pedal through those holes there, and yeah, through those holes there. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can get hold of some new ones of these, but I might have some, to be honest, in my bucket of random bits. And yeah, then we can connect the brake rod to the pedal box. And I am planning to run a servo on Heidi as well, and I don't actually have one. I'm hoping I can get a used one somewhere that still works. I know like loads of people out there convert to running a bias pedal box like I have on INSTA, my Mk2 Escort. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to find a used servo, because I want to make Heidi a really comfortable car to drive, right? My plans are to sort of have my beautiful girlfriend Kat drive Heidi to the shows and stuff. So although I don't mind not having a servo in the other 2 Escorts, I do want to run a servo in Heidi, but yeah, I'm yet to find one for sale. But for the time being, these bits will be wrapped up in bubble wrap, and they'll be tucked away in the corner of Heidi's garage until we get her body shell back from our good friend Rob, and then we can start bolting all these mint bits back on, and I'm very much looking forward to that stage of the build. But yeah, I'm really enjoying making progress on various bits for Heidi whilst her body shell is away. And I know from the messages I'm getting from some of you guys that you're enjoying this content as well. And I hope you're going to continue to tune in to these videos to follow the journey of Heidi getting built up. I want to send another massive thanks out to Sam and Alan for taking care of the powder coating for Heidi's bits. Hoping to get those bits back very soon. Can't wait to see how they turn out. I will of course leave links in the description to Microblast Services social media, and I'll leave their address and contact details. Definitely get in touch with them if you need any sandblasting, powder coating, bead blasting or cerakoting or anything like that. And don't forget, if you do chat to Microblast Services, definitely let them know that I sent you. But that's all I've got for this video. I will of course be back for another video very soon. Massive thanks to everyone who's tuned in. If you did think it was any good, please do give it a thumbs up and a share. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Click subscribe if you're new. Feel free to follow me on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram. Check out my website for merchandise and car parts. Massive thanks to my patrons for your ongoing support. I'll leave all the links to everything in the description as usual, along with my email address for anyone who wants to contact me. But other than that, until next time, thanks for watching.